How do you pivot? Well, in order to make a pivot, you have to have noticed something. Something happened. When you see Dirk Nowitzki about to pivot, well, the reason he pivoted because something happened. Somebody tried to block him. Somebody tried to steal the ball. She's trying to protect the ball. He's trying to find a better shot, right? So you have to first pay attention, right? Pay attention around you, right? What's going on? Awareness. Be aware, man. Don't just buy shit. Why are you buying it? Pay attention. Don't just go to the store and just buy some shit. Why the hell did I buy this? Do I like the quality? Do I like the brand? Go to a store. Why am I shopping here? What do I like about it? And also, how do I do the same exact thing? So pay attention to the people, how they make money. Not what they tell you, how they make money, right? Not what they tell you. And there's a big difference, right? I'll pay attention how they make money. And I'll give you another example. I go to Grant Cardone 10X conference. I'm inspired. The reason why I'm inspired, because I'm calculating the seats. And I see that this guy has 5,000 business owners sitting down, all looking at one stage. And he has speakers and guest people and celebrities and all these cool things. But in my mind, I'm calculating. Now, I know I paid $5K for the seat that I paid for. Man, I start doing the math. Man, we're looking at about a $5 million event. Not only that, he has the whole attention of social media for the next 6 months of content out of this event. And I'm like, man, how do I do that? Right? How do I do that? Well, the reason why people go there is because Grant Cardone has a good personal brand. People trust him. People want to listen to him. He knows some shit, right? He knows something. Back to pivoting. I was running my operations, just running my stores. I own Meltdown. And then I see this guy. And this is when I was like, hold up. I need to make a pivot. Now, this doesn't mean I drop everything. This doesn't mean I close my businesses just because I'm pivoting. All I'm doing is planting a seed. It's a pivot. I was paying attention to this, but for temporarily, let me plant this seed. So this is exactly 1 year ago. I've decided to launch the Retail University. I said, shit, I know some shit. I know retail, I know sales, I know marketing, I know team management, I know development, I know so much. People can learn from me. But I need to build a personal brand, right? How do I make my personal brand bigger? Now, the cool thing is about the internet is that perception is reality. Whatever you perceive, whatever you see in front of you, you're going to assume that that's the reality, right? So how do I speed that up? So guess what? I started documenting. I started capturing, okay? I started learning more about personal brand. Then I met another dude. His name is Brad Lee. He's building his personal brand. I started watching him. So I developed this thing. So this is a pivot. Once you pay attention and you discover a pivot, something better, something else that you see is more worthy of your time for the current situation, you want to model, mimic, and master what that person has done. So I saw Grant Cardone. I started thinking about what is it that he's doing? How do I model him? How do I master it? And how do I mimic exactly what he's doing so I can have the same results? Because the cool thing is that I discovered modeling success actually works. If you model success, it'll work. If you model failure, it would work too. So who are you modeling? Pay attention. Who are you looking at? Think about it. You want to achieve these goals, but you might be modeling someone else that doesn't have them. So that's off. So it's very hard to get there. So you model someone. You pay attention, you find an opportunity, and you model someone that has done what you're trying to do. Then the third thing you want to do is be ready to pivot again. Because as you're testing out this new model, the Retail University, there's a couple things that I wanted to do. By the time 6 months passed, it turns out I need to do these things. I pivot. I make adjustments. Okay, my first initial client was retail stores. Then I pivoted. I said, no, I need to talk to brand owners too. And then I pivoted again. I said, no, I need to have a virtual interactive program so that I could train people so I don't have to be the person training them all the time, right? So let me make these videos that I can show everybody ongoing. So I pivot and I pivot and I pivot until I accomplish that goal. So all pivoting is be able to recalculate the current situation and make new routes, and then be ready to recalculate again. So if you don't remember one thing out of this video, all you gotta do, and when you feel stuck and you're like, man, what the hell do I do now? All you gotta do is just pivot. Have a good day, my friends.